Kia ora, my name is Neil Heslop and I'm the CEO of the Southern Cochlear Implant Program. I left high school with what was mostly a science background and went into firstly electronics and then computers, and they were all very interesting. That's the days before AI and smartphones and the internet even. But I quickly realised that I was more interested in working with people. So I did first a speech language therapy degree, and in the last year, or second last year of that course, there was an audiology component. And I thought that would be an opportunity to combine my interest in people and my interest in technology. So I pursued an audiology degree. I was working at a district health board in 1999, 2000. So I worked there for about 2 or 3 years, and then I went overseas to do some work, came back from overseas. 2003, the Cochlear Implant Program was about to start. They didn't have an audiologist, so I applied for that, was accepted. And then after the earthquake in 2011, both programs moved to the St George's site. And then, so I was then approached and asked if I wanted to lead both programs under one umbrella. And then so I was appointed to the role in July of 2011. We started very small. We were doing 6 implants a year, 80 patients, and we're now doing over 120 implants. We've got 1,600 patients. And if you'd have told me 30 years ago that we would be where we are now, I would have been shocked, stunned and amazed. So yeah. I work closely with a board, so a volunteer board, so I'm sort of charged with implementing their vision and making sure it's the same vision for everybody else. I could be on a phone to our counterpart in the northern region, ministry officials, suppliers, the hospitals, staff meetings, team meetings. Obviously I see day to day people come through the clinic. I'm involved in a clinical committee which makes funding decisions. I still follow and look to see what's coming down the line in the way of new technologies and conferences and so on. So I still have enough clinical input to make it interesting. You know, I might be underneath the water, the proverbial duck with the legs are going madly, and above the water I'm trying to exude a calm, as it were. So most rewarding is watching patients come through and see their lives changed, but also watching staff interact with those patients and seeing them enjoy making a difference for people coming through as well. So it's just adding value somewhere along the line every day, inch by inch, making a difference and improving things. So yeah, the change with the CI is night and day, so you really can see the life-changing effects of a technology like CI. But the one that stays with me as an adult that was that I did a switch on for probably 8 or 9 years ago, and she was a woman who'd been deaf for quite a long time. And you go at switch on, you go through a process of programming the device, but at some point there's a moment of truth where you turn a switch, and then they get immersed in sound. So when that happened with this particular person, you could see all the emotions going on with her within a period of 30 seconds. So the first realization that she could hear, which she found quite stunning, and then the next realization was what she'd been missing out on. So you could see go across her face how much she'd missed out on and how isolating it had become, and she hadn't really realized that. But the last thing that you could see come across her face was this is the first day of the rest of my life type moment, where you could see that there was all these things that she would be able to do, and just because we'd restored her hearing. And that one's always stayed with me.